Instagram. I got my YouTube. A little bit. Let me see. Mm. Hey. All right. Hopefully you all can hear me. Silence everything. Make sure this is turned on. I gotta finish my other hand, y'all. All right. YouTube got me looking lit right now. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Instagram? Alrighty, so let's get into it. Welcome, everyone. I am Unique from Unique Divination. You're watching me either on Urban Mystic TV on YouTube or on my Instagram page. So, welcome. All right, so today is Tuesday. We're going to be tapping into Shadow Work Tuesday. This is where we stop performing and we start healing. Okay. So tonight we're going to hold sacred space to look at what's hidden, not to shame it, but to reclaim it and then integrate it. Drop a black heart or an eye in the chat or on the replay if you're ready to face your shadow and transform your truth. What's up, girl? All right, so before we get into it, I kind of want to set the tune with us doing some breathing, just a little in and out. As you're breathing, I want you to set an intention. All right, tonight isn't about being perfect, it's about being honest, okay? And so the intention that I want you to set as we take a couple breaths are, I am open to seeing what I've been avoiding. I am open to seeing what I've been avoiding. Okay, so we're going to take a couple breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. I'm going to do that for like 4 or 5 breaths. As I said, we want to set the intention of, I'm open to seeing what I've been avoiding. All right. Type I'm ready in the chat if you're brave enough to explore the parts of yourself that have been waiting to be seen. All right, so breathe in. Hold on, somebody's getting ready to knock on my door. I'm live. Please go away. Go away and handle whatever you need to handle. Go clean it up. Oh, God. This is why I got to set intentions. All right, so again, I'm open to seeing what I've been avoiding. All right, that's good enough for me to get me going. And once again, type I'm ready right now on the replay if you're brave enough to explore the parts of yourself that have been waiting to be seen. All right, so at this point, I'm going to ask us to, let's have a couple things before we move forward. First of all, we need an open mind. Hey, what's up, boo? We need an open mind, and I need for y'all to get some type of journal. I have journals that are on sale. Check out, I'm doing my nails currently, so don't talk about me. I'm going to finish after I go live, all right? Journals. All right, we need journals to track our spiritual growth, especially if you're going to be working with me and connecting with me. I'm going to be going live for 30 days, tracking our progress. And in order for us to be on the same page, I need for y'all to tap in and ground back on the scene. I need y'all to tap in to get these journals, though. Click the link in my bio, go to shop, and get your manifestation journal. They come in all different colors. This one is yellow. It's got a whole bunch of great affirmations and sayings on here. Right? This is my personal one. This is my second one. Yes, click the link in my bio. Go to shop and click on it. All right, this is my personal one. So I've been writing in here. I don't want to show y'all too much, but this is my second one. The last one I had for over a year. Right? And I could have filled it up more, whatever, but it lasts for a while. There's a lot of pages in it. Okay. A lot of pages in it. Good writing pages, not nothing flimsy. All right. And so we're going to need these if we're going to continue on, right? If you don't have a journal, like I said, if you have a journal, that's fine. I recommend you get mine. It's $19.99, but it's an investment into your personal growth, right? Your self-growth, all of that. So $19.99, we spend it on anything. Let's start investing, okay? So let me read a couple of things on here. Have a front seat to the glow up. Manifesting my reality. Everything I desire to manifest is written in this book. No limitations. The limit does not exist. I told you I was built for this. So it's very positive and transformative. This is what the back looks like. All right. So if you're interested, click the link in my bio, go to shop, and go ahead and purchase that today. All right, so now I said that because I'm getting ready to get into the cards, okay? So again, this is Shadow Work Tuesday. We want to reveal what we need to address. Our intention is I am open to seeing what I've been avoiding, okay? And so tonight I'm going to be pulling cards. Spirit is going to show us what we need to see to begin the process of deep transformation. This is a collective reading, okay? After this collective reading, I will do some pulls for the general collective after the reading. So if you're interested in getting a one card pull, or if you buy badges, you can get a reading as well. Okay, so let's see what cards I'm going to get into tonight. What's going to help us with transforming? um, this is going to be deep. So cards that I have. If you're ever interested in any of the cards that I use, check out my Amazon storefront. All of the cards that I have are connected to my Amazon storefront. And if you buy them from my storefront, I get commission as well. Okay. Just want to remind you of that. So I gotta finish my nails. Look at that, y'all. I ain't want to mess up. It takes me a while to do my nails. It took me at least 3 hours just to do this one side. And yeah, I ain't want to mess them up. So I took my time. How do these look, y'all? This is what I be doing. I ain't got time to be going to the nailery. This is the side I need to be done. I finally took off those nails that I had at the event that I just did. And this is what I just did today. I'm trying. All right, so anyway, journals. We got our handy dandy journal, right? All right. The questions that we're going to be addressing today collectively are first, what shadow aspect is currently active? How is it showing up in our relationships or our behaviors? What's the origin or root wound behind this pattern? And lastly, what's the message or lesson from this part of yourself? Okay, so I'm going to start off with archetypes. Okay, archetype cards. This is what's going to reveal our shadow aspect. And what's interesting about these archetype cards, they have light and shadow attributes on here, right? We have 12 archetypes that we deal with on a daily basis. 4 of them, I believe, we all have the same one, and 8 of them are like interchangeable throughout our lifetime. But today we're just going to focus on one archetype and the shadow aspect of that archetype for card 1. All right, one flew out. So we have this going on. That's card 1, right? And then question 2 was, how is it showing up in our relationships or our behavior? That was card 2. So I think I want to pull. Let me get my tarot. I'm going to shy away from, I love my Hermetic deck, but I'm going to use this deck that was gifted to me. It's the Key to Tarot. This is an all black deck. I love this deck. I have not used it live yet, so I'm going to use it now. I'm going to use it for card 2. All right, and so card 3, what's the origin or root wound behind the pattern? I'm going to use my Hermetic deck for that. If I could find. Oh no. Oh, okay. What's up, girl? All right, so card 3 is what's the origin or root wound behind this pattern? I've just laid that one out. And we need another card. Card 4 is what's the message or lesson from this part of yourself? So I'm going to pull a tarot and I'm going to pull a self-care card as well for question number 4. Try to get comfortable. All right, 1, 2, 3. And then I want to pull a self-care card to go with card number 4. Self-care. All right, so we've got all the cards for the collective read I'm getting ready to get into. Again, this is for Spirit to show us what we need to do or see to begin the process of deep transformation. Okay, so question number 1 was, what shadow aspect is currently active? And I pulled for us the detective. The detective. What does this mean? Voyeurism, falsifying information, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. For whatever reason, we're playing detectives to situations that really has nothing to do with us. Let me pull. I want to pull another card to go with that because I need a little bit more clarity with this shadow attribute. It says voyeurism or falsifying information. And I don't. So the detective the detective archetype is what I pulled for card 1. What shadow aspect is currently active, right? Voyeurism, falsifying information. Then I pulled the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands deals with energy. It deals with courage. We've got Mars and Leo. It deals with being territorial. So these are all the aspects. What shadow aspect is currently being active? Being territorial, playing detective. I don't know. Some of us may be out there falsifying information, maybe trying to get stuff done by any means. So let's move forward with the second card and the second question to see what's going on. Drop a yes in the comments either now or on the replay on YouTube or on Instagram if you resonate with the cards that have been pulled so far as the shadow aspect being currently active. I don't know, because but anyway, okay, card 2. How is it showing up in your relationship or behaviors? Trying to get comfortable on here. I got the Queen of Cups reversed. The question was, How is it showing up in our relationships or our behaviors? And so what the Queen of Cups represents is emotional intelligence. It's showing up in our relationships or our behavior as immaturity and lack of emotional intelligence, which goes back to the first card, which is playing detective, um, not having the courage to say what you want, I guess, snooping around, looking around, but not really actually approaching somebody or having the courage to approach it. Queen of Cups, just emotional immaturity, emotional instability, pettiness, toxicity, you might even say. All right. So that is how this shadow aspect is showing up in our relationships, our behaviors. Comment yes now or in the replay if you actually resonate with this card. Comment yes now or in the replay if you actually resonate with that card. Okay. Third question is, what's the origin or root wound behind this pattern? What's the origin or root wound behind this pattern? And we have here star. We have here the star card. It could be wishful thinking about the relationship, a relationship or things that's going on. You not getting what you want right away could create some type of immaturity or pettiness. Um, not looking realistically at the situation. Wishing and wanting for more, but not really wanting to do anything about it, just keeping it at the wishing and the wanting stage. Comment yes now on the replay if this resonates with you. All right, and so now we're going to get into the last question, which is, what's the message or lesson from this part of ourselves? What's the message or the lesson from this part of ourselves? So I pulled Nine of Pentacles, Lord of Material Gain. And then I pulled a self-care card, which is use your hands. So pretty much the cards are saying that we need to occupy our time for whatever reason why we're choosing to dig into things or just, act in a certain way, be petty. Like we need to find something else to do. And it's dealing with making money. Nine of Pentacles is Lord of Material Gain. Uh, Virgo's on here. The message is telling me instead of using this detective work and looking and trying to figure things out with other people in their life and what they got going on, the cards are saying that you need to do this in your own life. Stop playing detective work in everybody else's life and take the focus and put it on you. Worry about what you're doing. How you're going to make money, self-care, drinking your water, exercising, making sure you're getting your rest. Like these are all the things that you need to be doing instead of occupying yourself with things that don't concern you. Now, the way how these cards overall is reading, a lot of these hidden aspects are coming from situations that may have been happening. Maybe, for instance, you think your partner is cheating. Maybe somebody is not being truthful to you. A friend, about certain things, maybe they don't want to hang out. I don't know. Something's going on where it's creating, it's triggering a lot of things. And sometimes a lot of these triggers come from childhood issues that we have to address. So don't let nobody get you off your square, right? Make sure that you're focused on you. We don't want to be, if we're in the detective archetype, right? We don't want to be in the shadow attributes, which are voyeurism or falsifying information. We want to be in the light attributes, which represent great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Okay, so also this could stem from a situation where maybe it's court or some type of legal case, or somebody else has an overall decision and you want to sway the information And again, we don't want to do anything that would jeopardize anything being in our favor, right? And so we don't work against the universe, we work for the universe, all right? Um, Queen of Cups reversed. It's really important that we understand and we learn how to have emotional intelligence when it comes to dealing with people, connecting with people, relationships. People remember how you make them feel, okay? People remember how you make them feel. All right. And so, with that being said, whether somebody's right or wrong, whether you don't like the person, you don't like what they're saying, it's always good to remember how you interact with people, how you respond to things, um, and just continue to think before you talk. If you have to step away, if you have to step away from a situation, step away. But by all means, let's work on practicing emotional intelligence and not just flipping out or just being petty or just doing what we feel because we think we can do that and we don't respect the relationships even when things go wrong. Okay. Um, so we've got some things to work on. All right. If this resonates, I want you to comment. It's me. Now we're in the replay. Let me know if you resonated with this, the things that I talked about, and you need to work on it moving forward. All right, so at this time, I'm going to clean up these cards and I'm going to move into doing general readings. But before I get into that, I'm jumping too fast on my script. We're going to go back to our journals, right? Where's your journal? You should have your journal anytime you see me go live. In your journals, I want you to put a prompt in there. And I want you to work on this. And the next time we have this shadow work live, we may talk about this prompt. All right. So I want you to write in your journal, what part of me am I afraid others will reject? And where did I learn that fear? Where did I learn that fear? I'm going to say it again. What part of me am I afraid others will reject? And where did I learn that fear? Okay. If you don't have a journal, I recommend you get one. And I also recommend you getting mine, YouTube, Instagram. All right, click the link in my bio, go to my shop, and purchase this for $19.99. Okay. It's a great investment. It helps with manifestation. You're able to keep track of your progress and your growth in one area. All right. And you can do so with me. All right. Let me take a picture of these cards real quick for the cover. What did I just do? Trying to be a little bit more put together, y'all. It's coming out pretty good so far. I like how this is flowing. All right, that's going to be for the cover, the thumbnail for the live. All right. Let's go back to that journal entry one more time. What part of me am I afraid others will reject? And where did I learn that fear? Okay. Journal entry. Comment yes if you resonate with the prompt entry. Is that something that you need to work on right now? Comment yes if it is. So when you work on this prompt, I want you to sit with it. Don't rush to fix anything. Just see it. Just look at it. All right. And that's it. That's the first part of any type of growth, is just really seeing it and acknowledging it, not necessarily looking for a next step, just to see it, right? So that's what we want to do. That's the purpose of that. Okay. Um, what part of me am I afraid others will reject, and where did I learn that fear? I I'm gonna share. For those of you, my supporter that have been with me since I've come out, you guys know that I've always expressed that I have anxiety, and I'm introverted. I'm very much a leader, manager in the real world. I have no problems um, communicating with people. It's just that I prefer to be in introverted settings, or if I do go out, it's for a limited time, stuff like that. So um, I just kind of learned that aspect, the anxiety part of even doing this, right? And it just came from, I don't know, I guess not really being heard in my childhood, being the oldest of four, being responsible for my brothers and sisters, and kind of always everything was about them because I was the oldest. Maybe that's some reason why I have anxiety with like speaking up, or wanting to kind of put myself out there, because I felt like I was always put on the back burner. So just something to think about, to stimulate your mind, or for you to help you figure out why things have happened to you in your situation. um so at this time, let's go deeper together. Drop a candle and your name in the chat on Instagram or on YouTube if you want a one card pull for a hidden pattern or a inner healing message. Okay, drop a candle in your name if you want a general reading. All right, so it looks like nobody wants any readings today. I guess, right? Who wants to acknowledge hidden aspects of them that they need to fix? I get it. Yeah, I don't want to put yourself out there. So I'm gonna draw a couple cards for the collective. Right? Some of these cards may have zodiac signs on them, so they will be specific to your sign. If it applies, let it fly. If it applies, then whatever. If it don't, let it fly, right? And we had one card just fly out. Knight of Wands, Lord of Flame and Lightning. Jump into conclusions. That's one thing that we need to work on collectively. Well, and I have Scorpio and Sagittarius here. So this message is specifically for Scorpios and Sagittariuses. Um, right now, this time you need to work on jumping to conclusions. Just jumping too fast, jumping a gun, assuming the worst, just being everywhere you shouldn't be. And that kind of ties into the cards that I had pulled earlier. The detective archetype card, about just being newsy and being in places that we really shouldn't be, right? Jump into conclusions. Let's sit back and observe before we react. That deals with the emotional intelligence I talked about earlier with the Queen of Cups reversed, right? Just having a certain level of intelligence. So To all my Scorpios and my Sagittarius out there, and collectively, stop jumping to conclusions. All right. Let's pull another card. Comment yes if that card resonated with you. Comment yes now on the replay if that resonated with you. I have another one that just fell out. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. This has Aquarius on here. So this is for the collective and specifically any Aquarius placements. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You think you're doing enough, but it's not enough. Put a little bit more effort, okay? A little bit more effort into the things that you want to manifest, the relationships that you want to keep and salvage. You've got to do more, Aquarius. You've got to do more. Comment yes if that resonates now or on the replay. Comment yes. Ten of Swords reversed. This is a good card reversed, surprisingly. I'm right as Lord of Ruin. And so this just deals with acknowledging that you are continuing to work on how you talk about yourself, how you feel about your situations. This card is letting us know that we definitely are having a transformation. It's got Gemini on here, so this is Gemini specific. Just letting us know that we need to continue to speak positivity. Don't revert back to negative talking, no matter how bad the situation gets or who's around you. Just continue to have a good mind frame, right? I'm going to pull one more card, and then I'm going to move on with the program. 5 of Cups reversed. So this is another good card. Reversed. It just represents that we're trying to, and this is Scorpio, Mars and Scorpio. Try to stay around the people, do the things that bring you joy in life, right? Can't just keep walking around miserable, blaming everybody for everything. What are you going to do about it? Right? This card is telling you to make the change and be the difference in your relationships and your connections with people, how you see things in life. It's got to be you, nobody else but you. Enoch, please go downstairs. Yeah, so just continue to look for the pleasure. It's not just going to plop into your lap. You have to work for those connections. You have to work for the things that bring you passion. You can't allow for somebody else to do it. Only you have that power, right? Only you have that power. All right. That concludes my collective reading. We're going to move on to the next part of the program. Comment yes if any of those cards resonated with you at this time. Comment yes now on the replay. All right, so now we're getting ready to, I'm going to leave y'all with a little shadow integration ritual that you need to do. Okay. Again, have your journal so you can write out what it is that we're going to do. And then I'm going to give you a small ritual, shadow integration ritual. All right. We don't just identify shadows, we integrate them. All right. Here's a simple ritual. Write the trait or the wound you're healing on a piece of paper. Example, shame, anger, unworthiness, depression, whatever. Fold it and place it under a black candle. And then I need you to say, I no longer fear this part of me. I embrace it. I transform it. I release it. Okay. Again, I no longer fear this part of me. I embrace it. I transform it. I release it. Okay. Let the candle burn while you breathe into your body. Then throw away or bury the paper. You can either let the candle burn out all the way, or you can put it out and use it again. Don't ever blow out a candle. Put it out with like a candle thing or like that, but don't physically blow the candle out. All right. If you're feeling seen or if you're ready to go deeper, all right, I'm offering shadow work strategy sessions where we can decode your triggers, your spiritual blocks, and your ancestral wounds, right? But it's only for today. All right. I have 5 spots at $55 a spot, only for tonight. DM me. Or comment on YouTube. I'll go back and look at the comments for today. All right. If you're interested, 5 spots only today. 5 spots, $55. Okay. Overall, shadow work is sacred. It's not about fixing who you are. It's about finding out who you lost trying to survive. All right. May you stop running. May you start remembering. And may you reclaim every part of your truth. Until next time, I need you to walk in awareness, rest in compassion, and love your shadow as deeply as you love your light. All right? And until next time, I will see you later. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Instagram.